The atmosphere inside the Capital FM studio was already buzzing, with energy as the members of BTS gathered for an exclusive group interview. But one particular interaction quickly stole the entire spotlight. Among the playful banter, infectious laughter, and thoughtful answers about their music, BTS members Jungkook and Jimin shared a remarkably sweet moment that sent fans into an absolute frenzy worldwide. What started as a casual sit-down media appearance rapidly turned into an unforgettable scene that highlighted the deep and endearing bond between the two idols. As the interview progressed, the radio host presented the group with a celebratory cake to mark the occasion and thank them for stopping by the station. The beautiful dessert was placed on the table in front of the members, instantly drawing their attention and sparking cheerful reactions across the room. While the host continued asking questions about their recent activities, the members began admiring the cake, making lighthearted comments about who should get the first bite. Without a second thought, Jungkook reached over to pick up a small, perfectly sized piece of the cake using a nearby fork. Instead of taking a bite himself, or simply passing the plate down the table, he turned his full attention toward Jimin, who was sitting comfortably right next to him. A gentle, knowing smile spread across Jungkook's face as he carefully lifted the piece of cake, clearly intent on feeding it directly to his bandmate. Noticing the gesture, Jimin looked over with a warm, slightly embarrassed grin that lit up his eyes. He leaned in closer as Jungkook carefully guided the fork toward him, ensuring the sweet treat was fed to him gently so as not to make any mess. The natural, effortless synchronization between them made the gesture feel deeply genuine, reflecting the years of closeness and trust they have shared both on and off the stage. Just as Jimin took the bite and began to enjoy the cake, Jungkook wrapped his arm warmly around Jimin's shoulders, pulling him into a soft, cozy side hug. The spontaneous embrace added an extra layer of sweetness to the interaction, making the moment feel incredibly romantic and comforting. Jimin leaned right into the hug, holding a bright, heartwarming smile that showed just how comfortable and happy he felt in that exact instance. The surrounding BTS members instantly caught on to the overly sweet display happening right in the middle of their interview segment. RM and J-Hope erupted into cheerful laughter, shaking their heads at the duo's playful affection, while V and Jin made teasing comments that made the entire studio break into giggles. Even the radio host could not help but chuckle, warmly commenting on how close and adorable the group's dynamic truly was under any circumstances. Despite the teasing from their fellow bandmates and the playful, chaotic energy in the studio, neither Jungkook nor Jimin seemed bothered in the slightest. Jungkook kept his arm comfortably resting around Jimin for a few moments longer, while Jimin happily finished the cake, beaming at the cameras. Their shared eye contact and easygoing body language demonstrated just how completely natural these tender, affectionate moments are between them. Within minutes of the broadcast airing, clips and screenshots of the adorable feeding and hugging moments spread like wildfire across various social media platforms. Fans, affectionately known as ARMY, flooded X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram with edited video edits, high-resolution screen captures, and passionate reactions. The heartwarming interaction quickly became a trending topic globally, with fans gushing over the sheer sweetness of the duo affectionately dubbed Jikook. For fans around the world, moments like this serve as a beautiful reminder of the authentic friendship and deep emotional connection that holds BTS together. Beyond their undeniable star power, legendary stage presence, and record-breaking music achievements, it is these candid, unscripted displays of genuine love and affection that resonate most deeply with their audience. The memorable Capital FM interview will undoubtedly go down as one of the most beloved media appearances for the fandom in recent memory. By effortlessly turning a simple slice of cake into an unforgettable highlight, Jungkook and Jimin once again proved that their special bond remains as charming, strong, and heartwarming as ever. As Jungkook reached for the cake, the Capital FM host couldn't help but point out the sudden shift in atmosphere, lightheartedly asking, "Are we about to witness something legendary right here in the studio?" The room immediately burst into chuckles, but Jungkook simply smiled, held up the loaded fork, and playfully declared to the room, "Important interview questions can wait, but feeding Jimin Hyung always comes first." Jimin, taken aback by the sudden center of attention, let out a soft laugh and held his hands up in mild bashfulness. "You really don't have to do this on live radio." "Jungkook," Jimin teased, his eyes narrowing into his signature eye smile. However, he didn't pull away. Instead, he comfortably leaned in to accept the bite, prompting the radio host to dramatically gasp into the microphone. "This is officially the sweetest moment in Capital FM history." Immediately after taking the bite, Jimin patted his chest and dramatically swooned, exclaiming, "Okay, I have to admit, the cake tastes 10 times better when Jungkook feeds it to me." The unexpected, playful praise caused Jungkook to chuckle deeply, prompting him to instantly pull Jimin into a warm, protective side hug. Looking directly at the camera with a satisfied grin, Jungkook added, "See, I always take good care of him." The rest of the group quickly jumped in to tease the duo about their heartwarming bubble. J-Hope leaned into his microphone and jokingly announced, "Attention everyone, we are officially pausing the album discussion for the Jikook romance show." RM laughed alongside him, shaking his head while adding, "Every single interview, without fail, these two somehow managed to turn it into their own personal world." Closing out the adorable distraction, the Capital FM host leaned back in his chair with a wide smile and summarized the whole exchange perfectly for the listeners. "Well, ladies and gentlemen tuning in across the globe, we came here today to talk about new music and world tours." The host chuckled warmly. "But I think we just gave the fans the real headline they've been waiting for." While the sweet moment unfolded between the duo, the surrounding BTS members each reacted in their own iconic signature styles. Suga, leaning back in his chair with his arms loosely crossed, simply let out a low, characteristic chuckle, shaking his head knowingly at the two younger members. His subtle smirk spoke volumes, silently acknowledging that no matter how big the studio or how serious the media outlet, some things about the group's dynamic never change. Meanwhile, RM took on his classic role as the group's resilient leader, valiantly trying to keep the broadcast on schedule, holding his cue cards up with a mix of amusement and mock exasperation. RM cleared his throat into the microphone and said, "All right, while our two youngest members enjoy their romantic dessert break, let's bring it back to the upcoming music." Despite his best efforts to maintain a professional tone, the broad, dimpled smile breaking across his face proved he was just as amused by the adorable distraction as everyone else. Jin and V, on the other hand, fully leaned into the chaotic sweetness of the situation. Jin dramatically gasped and reached over to playfully complain that he hadn't received a bite yet, while V mischievously adjusted the studio microphone closer to Jimin to make sure the broadcast captured his delighted reactions in full, high-definition audio, the contrasting reactions from Suga's cool amusement and RM's fond professionalism to Jin and V's playful banter highlighted the warm, family-like atmosphere that makes the entire group so captivating to watch. Moments like this serve as a heartwarming reminder of why millions of fans around the globe feel such a deep, enduring connection to BTS. Beyond their incredible chart-topping achievements, sold-out stadium tours, and unmatched stage presence, it is these unfiltered, genuine interactions that truly define their charm. The effortless warmth shared between Jungkook and Jimin at the Capital FM studio proves once again that their authentic bond is just as strong off stage as it is under the spotlight. As expected, the broadcast generated an overwhelming wave of love and excitement from the fandom, with clips of the adorable interaction being shared millions of times across all major social media platforms. Fans continued to celebrate the sweet exchange, turning a simple, candid moment into yet another iconic memory in the group's rich media history. It is clear that no matter how much time passes, the special dynamic between the members never fails to bring instant joy to ARMY. Everywhere. What was your favorite part of this adorable interaction between Jungkook and Jimin during the Capital FM interview? Did you love Jungkook's sweet gesture, Jimin's shy reaction, or the hilarious commentary from the rest of the members? Share your thoughts, favorite moments, and softest reactions in the comments section below.